In terms of form, the material of plaster bandage gives something quite special in that it follows the human figure because you put it exactly on it. So it has all that sensitivity and characteristics. But as you put layer upon layer and the features kind of get lost a little bit, get more abstracted, it ends up being a more simplified form, which I think is really special. Cover your mouth. And then leave your nostrils open. I am Fani Parali, and I'm a multidisciplinary artist with a background from theatre and mask making. And my practice has evolved to be mainly around performance, but I use sculpture, moving image, painting, and writing, and working with voice. The performance work I'll be presenting at Frieze Sculpture is called Aonyx and Drepan.
Are made in parts and carefully dream to sing of the shifts. The nests are turning. Listen to the sounds from the rest.
The words that are sung are always mine. I write the texts. They're kind of like long songs, I like to think of them. The characters always speak in the first person. So it's their views. In this work, Aonyx and Drepan, the two creatures are singing about the way they experience and the way they feel things. One of them will be up high in the sky, so they'll be singing about the feeling of being up there, of speed, of descent. And the other one will speak more of things that are closer to the ground. So it's very much about trying to get into the kind of very human sense of feeling things on your skin, the temperature, the kind of weight of things, but then opening it up to a much bigger picture.
To be found and lost again.
With the lip syncing over recorded voices, I have found that by taking the recorded voice, which I have kind of the ability to really weave in all the nuances and sensitivities of how I want it to be sung in the recording process. By taking that into the live space, I feel like it's like the most important element that will come from the past to the here and there, like again, with every iteration, but it will always hold the exact formation of it. And I feel that it exists, before and after everything else. And the performers then become like channels, like mediums for these voices to come through them. I'm working with two performers, Rachel and Sophie. They're both artists, drag artists in their own right, with background in theatre and dance. And they're incredible lip syncers, which is the main kind of skill. But we also speak the same language, I think, in terms of trying to make work that goes beyond definitions, beyond gender, beyond binaries. The two structures which I designed and welded are made out of steel, which is such a kind of solid material. And the other parts of the performances' costumes are made out of plasticast, which is a very kind of delicate, solid material. And that balance of the two really carries the idea that you can be strong through vulnerability. The two creatures make sounds that are also not human, like they howl and they make bird sounds. That is something that I really want to bring through, is that the sound kind of touches the audience in a way that is not necessarily understood with the intellect, but more bodily. There is something very deeply spiritual about my work, I think, which makes it very exciting that it's going to be outdoors for Frieze Sculpture in the park. I'm quite thrilled to see the two creatures howling and kind of haunting the park and the trees. So this context is really fitting.